This is the Coin It Podcast, sponsored by coincosmo.com.
So, I mean, in addition to all this, collecting coins, you also collect like numismatic books, like literature, right? And you have an extensive collection on these issues as far as books and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A lot of them which are in Spanish. Do you speak Spanish actually, or?
Actually, enough to read the books.
Enough to read the books, okay.
The books have been a lot of about building out provenance history. I started with acquiring a unique Mexican forest scudo, which was pedigree provenance through Norweb, and prior to that, Jose Toribio Medina, who is a very well-known author and Chilean researcher. And he wrote many of the original books on whether it's Chilean coinage, the colonial coins of Hispanic America, the very first kind of siege coinage book that was ever written about Latin American issues. And so I've bought a lot of those books, partly because of the history, being just a parallel to the coins. The books are rarer than the coins, and there's a lot of opportunity to add value to the collection based on finding those provenances. So I've got, probably 100 books. Some of them are, unique. Maybe a few of them are that rare. Many of them have less than 20 known. Wow. I got the original Fon Robert bid book from the Central American sale, which is fantastic. And it's allowed me to take my collection, find those dating back to the 1800s in some cases, get the provenance on the coin, and really be able to tie that history through, which I think overall adds value whenever the time is to bring it to market, to be able to take a piece that was previously anonymous and then tie it back through 100 years of history into a famous collection.
Yeah, it's huge. And I think it's harder to do for foreign coins, for world coinage, because it's all over the place.
The funny thing is the best has always been recognized for what it was. And so, you go back into the Norweb sales, you go back further past that, Freeman Craig had some fantastic sales that were documented, and on and on. I mean, they're always plated. You go back into the Henry Christensen sales, you can find them. And so there's, just like you have heritage today, you had Schulman and Christensen, 50 years ago.
Right.
The Chapman sales, you look at John Story Jenks in the early 1900s, massive plated World Series. Eamon Carter in the 80s, the Garrett family. I mean, there's huge amount of documentation, but there's a lot of opportunity to be able to just go and take your collection. If it's truly a special piece, you probably are going to find it somewhere.
Yeah.